story time. So our night started out as we were expecting. Aiden made the first pass in the Dakota, and you'll see that here.
There he goes. Nice!
Next was my turn, and that didn't go so hot.
Really?
In the arms of the angels.
The last pass was Ryan's pass, and it was at this point where Ryan noticed something was wrong. So the truck had no oil pressure after Ryan's run. It also was making a really weird squeaking noise that sounded like a belt.
Forestry still doesn't wave like an asshole.
This was our answer.
Forestry.
So this is our stupid, junky 01 Dodge Ram 1500 or 2500, I don't even know. Thing is absolutely rotted. And we're trying to pull the motor off the transmission because we want the motor for our race truck. And we were trying to be frugal and buy the whole truck instead of just buying the motor. And now we're fighting with it. So listen to all the people out there, spend the extra money. This isn't worth it. This is not worth it.
So we figured we'd spare you guys watching us tear the engine out of a parts truck. But in front of me here, I have all of the stuff that's going to be going into that engine. And so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down the parts that we got in order to make power, and then the parts that you need in order to swap a 5.9 into a two-wheel drive Dakota. So hopefully we'll be covering both of those, and this video turns out somewhat informational for everybody. So I'm going to start off going over the power adders. We'll go over the stuff that you need to swap the 5.9 into a Dakota after. So to start, the first thing that's going to get us down the track a little bit faster is our Comp Extreme Energy cam. It's a super high torque cam. To go along with that, we have springs and retainers because we can't use the factory springs on the Comp cam. So for the ignition, we did the Summit Racing Voltmax Extreme kit for the 5.9. It'll be good enough to get us going down the road. We're not trying to make like mind-blowing world record numbers, but at the same time we do want stuff to function and not break down on us. So in order to swap the 5.9 into a Dakota, you're going to need the 5.9 flywheel. This is because the flywheel comes externally balanced, whereas the 318 one is meant for an internally balanced rotating assembly. So what we'll do is when we're putting the flywheel on the 5.9 a little later in the series, we'll show you guys the notches in the crankshafts and what is an indicator of those externally balanced flywheels and rotating assemblies.
So, since we're just changing out the whole motor, and we're going to be putting the new flywheel on and whatnot, we're just going to pull the whole transmission and motor out as one. Usually I like to pull out just the motor, but it's kind of to do, but whatever. Anyway, we're just going to pull it out as one. But usually for these Dakotas, I found when I did my motor swap a while back, to just take out this front cross member and the front bumper, because then everything slides out as one. So we're just taking pieces off and yeah. So we finally got the motor out, and this is it. We decided to pull the tranny and the engine together. Just it's a hell of a lot smaller than the Ram with the bigger transmission and transfer case. Came right out nice and easy. Leaked fluid all over the place, but oh well. Thank God for kitty litter, oil dryer, whatnot. So now we're gonna pick this motor up, detach the transmission, check the clutch. Probably gonna have to upgrade that, not sure yet. Being, you know, the 5.9 and the baby V6 transmission, but we don't know yet. So we're just gonna tear into it and see what we can do. We're gonna have the heads off of this, take the oil pan off, see what the squeaking was. Hopefully take the heads off of the 5.9, take the oil pan off, take all that junk out, clean some stuff up, take measurements, the whole 9 yards. So stay tuned.
So basically that's it for this video. We didn't really cover removing the engines out of the trucks in depth. It's been done a million times before, and there's really nothing special about these engines or anything. We're also not going to cover separating the engine from the transmission and like putting it on a stand, just because it's redundant. So that said, if you like this video, you know, make sure to hit the like button down below. If you want to see more of the build series, subscribe to the channel, and peace out.
Yeah, it's recording.
Dilly dilly.